Good evening and thank you for watching. My name is Joe Kennedy and I'm a candidate running for U.S. Senate. Today I want to talk to you about jobs and the importance of America addressing that issue now. Currently, government's primary focus is healthcare. While rising healthcare costs is a critical issue, the most taxing thing on our society and economy today is the continued loss of jobs. Focus on entitlement programs is distracting us from addressing issues around trade, credit, and investment, which are inhibiting our ability to get back to work and increasing the length of the recession that we're currently in. Also, putting entitlement programs in place while more and more Americans are out of work will only increase the burden on government and the remaining taxpayers to pick up those additional costs. This leads to a more rapid increase in the deficit and a greater reliance of individuals on government, which in turn leads to a slower recovery. Add to that certain factors in some entitlement plans, like requiring small businesses to pick up healthcare costs, impedes the ability of small businesses to grow. And the small business is the lifeblood of this country. Currently, the unemployment rate is measured at 9.8%. Please realize that the unemployment rate is actually much worse. The unemployment rate is calculated by the Bureau of Labor and Statistics, and it only accounts for people who have actually filed for unemployment insurance. All people who delay in filing, never happen to file, or whose unemployment benefits have run out are no longer counted in that number. I personally know a couple of people who have been unable to get a job in this economy and whose unemployment benefits have run out. I'm certain you know more than one yourself. The important point here is that the unemployment rate today is worse than the 9.8% number quoted. Right now, today, we need to focus on getting people back to work, because if we're successful at doing that, then the magnitude of many of the other issues we currently face will be lessened. Jobs not only create independence for the worker, but decrease the strain on our already stressed entitlement programs. The increased tax revenue allow the government to better deal with looming issues like the deficit and paying for expenses built up over the past 8 years at war. Right now, the government needs to free up credit for investment, ease the venture capital crunch for emerging businesses, and ensure that credit and incentives for small businesses are available. I'm not saying this simply because I think it's a good idea. I have actually seen what the drying up of available credit has done firsthand to startups. I've watched great ideas and potential jobs simply dry up because the investment is not available. I've watched people go from stable job to no job, and when they give up looking for work and try to build something on their own and perhaps employ others, the lending isn't there to enable it. When I go to Washington, I will focus tirelessly to refocus government's attention on jobs and our suffering economy and getting Massachusetts and America back to work. Thank you very much for your attention and time, and thank you for your continued support. Good night.